And you're listening to WNYO on 88.9 FM, Oswego, New York. This is Laker Radio, your music, your way. This is Will's Fantasy Hour, and I'm your host, DJ William. Welcome back, everybody, and it's good to be back here on another amazing Tuesday night. Joining me today in the studio, I have my close personal friends, Paul Emerald and Benjamin Skillman.
Hello.
Guys, thank you so much for being here, not just because you're my friends and I enjoy having you on as guests, but also because today is day one of an unspecified number of days that we're going to be having the first Will's Fantasy Hour live D&D campaign.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is going to be very exciting. So we talked about this a little bit on our last episode, but for those who didn't see, we're going to do a campaign, and this campaign is called Deep Dish 9. The story of several interstellar delivery men who are making a voyage across space to deliver to the highest authority, the Space Pope.
Space Pope.
Space Pope.
Oh, boy.
So, guys, why don't you give me just a quick rundown on your characters? Paul, why don't we start with you?
I am Dan Arky. I'm an anarchist from a planet that actually celebrates that has the idea of anarcho-capitalism. So pretty much there's no government, there's only corporations. And when he moved to like a new planet, he was first confused by the idea of taxes. And he was like, why are people taking my money? I earned this money. But anyway, he's just like a very a strange character that he just does strange stuff. You'll learn more.
Oh, this is going to be fun then.
Yeah.
And Ben, why don't you tell me a little bit about your character?
All right. My character's name is Lucius, and I didn't come up with a last name because I think that's your thing, because my character's a space prince. And because he likes to go out and spend time amongst the commoners, his father, some kind of noble, decided, you know what? I'm going to teach him a lesson. I'm going to make him deliver pizzas for a day, which is how he got wrapped up in this mess.
Oh, this is going to be fun then.
Yes, hopefully.
All right then. So we've got an anarchist / capitalist, and we've got a humiliated prince.
Well, more like humiliating to his family, but yeah.
Right. So, okay. That sounds fun. And with both of those in mind, let's begin with a little bit of exposition. The year is 28XX because some from 400 years ago, a calendar maker forgot to carry the 4 when making the universal calendar, and by the time anyone noticed, they had completely lost track of the actual year. So now they just put 2 X's on the end of the century instead of actually trying to change things. Progress.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Humanity moved into outer space a long time ago after they destroyed their own planet so thoroughly and utterly that there was no going back. In 2104, President Marcus Epithet, the first elected official who only spoke in metaphors, made his final statement.
What?
He only spoke in metaphors.
Yeah. That's why he was so popular with the youth and the old people.
Oh, boy. The youth.
The youths and the old people, the predominant number of people who voted.
The youths and the old
in
people.
The
you
22nd
know, the
century.
dominant species of Earth.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, his final speech before humanity departed into the stars was, "The Earth was our big blue and green house, and based on the declining property of that house, we've been really terrible homeowners. Then again, maybe we never owned the Earth at all. Maybe we were just renters, and the landlord almighty has just taped our eviction notice to the front door. If you take an honest look at how we took care of this place and still think we're getting our security deposit back, then you've been part of the problem. Good night."
If all of his speeches were like that, I would absolutely have voted for him.
Oh, yeah, no. He was very popular.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Since then, humanity has integrated as well as can be hoped with the rest of a larger galaxy, establishing footholds across several planets, advancing their technology further than they thought possible, creating unions with most alien races, and only starting deadly wars with 3 or 4 of them.
That's fair.
Yeah, not bad, all things considered.
Definitely not Warhammer.
Yeah, no, definitely not Warhammer. All right. So, we open our scene with a typical, I guess you could say, space station. It's about the area of 4 city blocks, surrounded by an ecodome, for oxygen, just basically floating in the midst of space.
All right.
It's your average Malark-a-Lark day, and you're all working the Deep Dish 9 pizzeria. We've got Steve in the back doing most of the cooking. Dave, you're at the...
Dan.
Sorry.
Dan Arky.
Sorry. Dan, you're at the front taking calls and orders. And Prince, you're in the back taking inventory and getting all the ingredients out of the freezers.
Yep, those things I absolutely know how to do. I'm sure that's going well.
Come on, man. First one in, first one out.
All right. Do you want to do anything special?
Oh, no. I'm not complaining. It's just I'm sure that's going poorly.
All right. So do either of you want to take an action or just do anything while you're here?
I'd like to examine our order progress and see how it's going. Make sure that people get the most effective pizza the most efficient way so we can make the most profit.
Okay. So the cooking process is done by Steve. Steve has worked there for about 8 years now, and he looks progressively unhappier as time goes on. You can tell that this isn't what he wants to do with his life, but he does a decent enough job of it. You know, he gets everything correct. All the pizzas are done pretty satisfactory. There's a good meat to vegetable ratio on the pizzas, as well as unnatural ingredients with odd colors and textures that would not normally be found on human pizza.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
pineapple.
You have to respect somebody who doesn't want to be there but still does their job right.
Exactly. And all of this is managed by a burly brunette man named Gunther.
And so I'm picturing like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Is that about right?
Little stockier, but
Okay.
yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. So on this particular day, you have one pizza that's waiting to be picked up for delivery.
All right.
You're sitting there waiting. It's been a rather slow day for it's Malarkalark Day. Nothing good happens on a Malarkalark Day.
So is it actually a holiday called Malarkalark Day, or is it just
It's just a day.
Okay.
It's one of the 12 days of the new cosmic calendar.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. It's like in the middle. Nothing good happens.
Okay.
Anyways, so you're waiting, and then as you're waiting, you hear a ding dong, and the front door opens. A pair of biomechanical people walk into the store with metal limbs, wires, and flashing buttons combined with flesh and human parts. These are known as TikToks, humans and other assorted alien races that combine with a massive computer entity to exceed human biology. They're all connected by a large information network and have varying degrees of autonomy, although most people find them very annoying. All right. Dan, since you are at the front desk, you greet these mechanical people. Yes.
All right.
The name of the restaurant is Deep Dish 9.
I was like, all right. Okay. It's like, hello, folks. Welcome to Deep Dish 9. How can I help you today? Well, I need to make sure your orders are the most satisfactory.
We ordered 2 pizzas about an hour ago, and we've come to pick them up.
Okay. What is the name under?
It is under...
How do you spell that?
It's a capital B, and then apostrophe, and then an R, T, 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 a Z, and a CH.
All right. I look for his order.
All right. You look for his order, and it is the order that they placed about an hour ago. It's 2 large pizzas with extra axle grease and pepperoni. They're the 2 pizzas that are sitting in the back on top of a warm piece of machinery to keep them warm.
All right. I shall go and retrieve these pizzas. I'll be right back, sirs.
You go into the back.
Yes.
You see the pizzas. You pick them up in your large man arms. And you...
My large fleshy arms. I just went in. It was like, oh, look, there's the pizzas. Poof.
That
Yes.
was worded in a very particular way.
You have big fleshy arms.
Yeah, that is true. Compared to
you're-
these guys,
You're,
at least.
you're a swole guy.
Yeah, it got me that 17 strength. You know, I'm swole.
Yes.
I was like, all right, so I bring the pizzas and I put them in front of them. I'm like, all right, let me just check them real quick, make sure nothing scary happens, just make sure it's all in accordance with the ticket.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything is up to code,
Is that right?
and you hand them the pizzas.
Is it all right? That will be. I look for the price.
The price, according to this, because they asked for extra axle grease, that is 15 buckazoids.
That'll be 15 buckazoids.
And there's like, here you are. And then they hand you 20 buckazoids.
Thank you.
Can you break the change?
I divide it. I break the change. Do I have to roll for
Wait.
intelligence?
Roll me a d20.
So I have a question. Are buckazoids equivalent to dollars, or is this a weird?
They're like
form of-
space dollars.
Okay.
I honestly couldn't think of. I honestly
I got a what would this render in wisdom or ent?
just tell me what the base number is.
5.
Okay, so you open up the cash register to put it in, and you have no small bills of 1s or 5s. You're going to need to break this up into about several dozen little pieces of purple coinage.
Oh
This
no.
is not efficient. This is not efficient. This is not efficient. This is not efficient. I need to go to the back. I need to get more small bills.
Okay, well, you seem to be having a panic attack, and while you're doing that, Gunther comes over and he puts an arm on his shoulder, and he says, "Do not fret.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
It is small metal money. There is nothing to fear. We are big, strong men. Nothing to fear from small metal money."
I look I look at Gunther and say thank you.
You are welcome.
I grab like the change and give it to the the dismay of the people, of like to the TikToks. I'm like, here you go.
Yes.
I like
Yeah, they're a little shook from watching you have a panic attack over coins. They're like, "Thank you." They take a big pile of metal coins. They just shove it in their mouths.
Of course they do.
That's where they store things.
understandable.
Right.
Why
then they
not?
take their pizzas and then they leave. And then Gunther looks at you and he says, "You did well. I am proud."
Thank you.
Okay. Now everyone look lively, people. Pizza time is all time here at store.
Pizza time.
We must always be ready for pizza desires.
Indeed. Indeed. We must maintain, of course, multiple efficiency. Therefore, we must, in order to ensure proper profits, and therefore everything like that. Anyway, now I need to make sure that I need to restock this cash register. Put smaller bills into it. I need to do that now. I need to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
As you're saying that, as you're doing that, as if a prediction from Gunther's comments, the interstellar phone begins to ring. Who's on the other end? We'll find out right after this short commercial break. So don't go anywhere. And you're listening to WNYO on 88.9 FM, Oswego, New York. This is Laker Radio, your music, your way. This is Will's Fantasy Hour, and I'm your host, DJ William. Welcome back, everybody. So, we're continuing with our Deep Dish 9 player campaign. And when we last left our heroes, I guess, a phone was ringing in their pizzeria. Who's going to answer it?
Where's is the phone in the front of the bag?
The phone is in the front.
Oh, that's
Okay, then,
isn't
yeah,
that
but-
my jurisdiction?
That's your
then?
jurisdiction.
I need to pick up that phone then.
All right. You pick up that phone.
Hello, you're talking. Hello, thank you for calling Deep Dish 9 Pizza. How can I help you today?
Hello, this is Father Jonathan. I have an order for His Holiness, the Space Pope.
All right, here's the Space Pope. Is like, how do you spell that? Do you have a phone number?
Yes. Our phone number is 128 51 973 -Q. It's a big universe. There's a lot of phones. They had to use numbers. They've had to use letters
oh
now.
boy.
All right. What was the order, my good sir?
We require 4 pizzas. 2 are sausage and mushroom and olive. And we'd like that with the stuffed crust. And 2 chicken, bacon, and ranch pizzas. Regular.
Right. Would you like that crust? Would you like that dough hand tossed, thin crust, or no, just regular
Hand tossed, please.
hand tossed? All right.
Right. And also, he pulls away. He seems to like pull away from the phone for a minute and talk to someone else. And then when he comes back, he's like, Father Dominic also wants a large order of buffalo wings with blue cheese on the side and also some crazy bread.
All right. Order of buffalo wings with blue cheese on the side. On the side. What kind of wings? Medium, hot. I'm like, chicken. Parmesan.
He likes them hot.
You like some hot? All right.
All right.
Don't forget the crazy bread.
Oh, crazy bread. Oh, yes. How much crazy bread do you like? 1 serving, 2 serving,
4 servings.
4 servings. All right. That's a lot of crazy bread.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of us here at the chapel. Please deliver the entire order to the Space Vatican. I assume you already know our location. Roll intelligence or religion.
I think it would be religion.
Roll religion.
Characterly speaking, my guy came from a planet where like there was nothing other than corporation. He doesn't know much.
All right, then you take a -3.
I'm just like, 13.
All right, 10. You kind of know where it is, but it's like I need confirmation.
All right, I don't know where it is, good sir, but can I have some some proper address maybe then?
Very well. Our address is located, and he lists a large number of like coordinates and points on a space graph. You copy it all down.
Yeah,
You're
obviously.
good with that. It's like,
Of
okay.
course, I'm a very good employee. A very good employee. So it was a need in order to ensure into profit into the corporation.
Exactly. All right. One last thing before you go.
Yes.
His Holiness requests that the food be prepared on consecrated ground and with blessed ingredients. If it isn't, you will be unpaid and damned forever. Thank you very much. And he hangs up.
What?
I put in the notes, must be consecrated and blessed on a holy ground. Like,
Right.
I'm just confused by this. Like, I need to talk to the boss real quick. Hey, Gunther. What's a space pope? Also, what does holy and consecrated mean? Because when he says, but it's holy, spelled like holy.
HOLY.
HOLEY. Like
Yeah,
holy.
like with holes.
With holes. It's like,
Okay, so Gunther looks over all the information you've written down. His eyes don't move. He just kind of twitches his mustache as he reads. And then he's like, this is bad. Food is not blessed here. And also, we are out of mushroom and ranch dressing for pizza.
So I'm going to come onto the back. Is there anywhere we could go to get consecrated ground?
Well, for consecrated ground,
you
we
could
would-
buy consecrated ground.
Why not? Just get some consecrated soil, bring it back, sprinkle it on the counter. There you go, consecrated ground.
Space Pope, very picky.
Maybe we could like wash the counter with some holy water. I'm just spitballing here.
Catholics very full of themselves. First, bottom line, we need ingredients. Best place to go for ingredient is Free Range Market, located several parsecs away. Is Pizza Planet, is where we get all of our ingredients. Many farms, good land.
Any of it consecrated?
We would need some way to get it consecrated. We would require holy symbol, holy water, maybe man of faith who
Maybe
do
we-
it for us.
Maybe we can find a space cardinal there.
Unlikely. Space Cardinals would be in Space Church, but many space churches around.
I heard our father of holy space is around here somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Like, maybe we can ask one of the priests from there. What's a priest, by the way, and what's a church?
Don't worry about it.
This is very serious order. Space Pope is holy man, and while he is silly man in big hat, many people listen to him. And if he is not happy, we may be excommunicated from Galaxy.
That would be bad, yes.
Very bad.
We should let that not happen.
We will not let that happen. Gunther will not let that happen.
Thank you, Gunther. I appreciate your optimism.
No problem. Now you two must go and solve problems while Gunther holds down store.
Wait, us two solve problem? Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Gunther cannot leave store. This store was made by Gunther with bare hands.
Gunther, is it actually possible for you to leave this store?
No, I fortunately glued myself to store.
interesting, but no. I'm going to say that this store may come crashing down without Gunther to keep peace.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just gonna. Is there anyone actually in the store right now
No.
other than us?
No one except you three.
Okay.
It must be a Sunday morning. No one ever comes in on Sunday mornings.
It's Malark Day.
Malark Day, you're right.
I imagine that Malark Day is like second Monday that happens in the middle of the week.
Oh yeah, no, it's exactly that.
Second worst Monday.
Monday.
Even worse than regular Monday.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is why I hate Malark days.
Yeah, exactly. Do not worry. I trust you both to accomplish this. Polly puts his hand on your character's shoulder. Dan, you have worked for me many years. I trust you, and I appreciate all hard work. You are like son that I could never have because I am infertile.
God damn.
He puts his hand on your shoulder, Ben. Lucius, you have been here 1 week. You are a small, weak man.
Yes, I am. That's correct.
But I see inside of you goodness. You may do good things yet. You must be strong, though, like Gunther.
Okay.
Follow Dan. He will teach you well.
Do you know how to pilot the space boat?
Yes.
Are you telling the truth?
I must maintain proper efficiency.
Gunther, can I please have the keys to the space boat? I'm not convinced he knows how to drive.
I'm also not convinced. Last time I let him borrow, he did not return in proper condition. There was a seat missing, and also the radio was filled with warm cheese. It was not fun.
That sounds like a terrible time. I should be able to keep it in slightly better condition than that.
The seat was unnecessary. I sold it for a nice profit.
And why the cheese, Dan? Why the cheese?
Snack.
It ended up in radio. Radio only play Ray Donovan music for 4 days straight before I fix.
All right. So now we're going to the space boat.
Okay, yes. With all of your stuff prepared, you grab all of your standard supplies. You have... Actually, grab yourselves a D100 and a D10.
Okay.
And roll for wealth.
$44.
92.
Wow, okay. So, Lucius, you have 92 buckazoids. And
Okay.
Dan, you have 44 buckazoids.
I mean, makes sense. He's the space prince.
Ha.
Yeah, you have a small inheritance. That's pretty cool. All right. After that, you're all given your standard issue equipment. You have communicators for both short range and long range. You can communicate with each other with no problems whatsoever. However, communicating with outside data pads or other people may be subject to interference.
Can we get in touch with Gunther with these?
You can call occasionally, but Gunther doesn't like idle chit-chat because it distracts him from work.
That's fair.
And now that he has to make the pizzas and do the orders, he might be especially busy.
Okay.
All right. You're both given a laser pistol, standard issue. It does a die 6 damage.
All right.
You know, because it's space and it's dangerous and everybody's strapped. Got to stay strapped.
Oh, people on my home planet were always strapped.
Right.
It was crazy not to see. It was crazy if anyone didn't have a firearm.
Right. Everyone gets a data pad, which is basically like a mobile computer. So you can look up information if absolutely need to. And you can help keep you notes. And since Dan, since Gunther trusts you and you've worked together for a long time and you're friends, he's entrusting you with something a little extra. He hands you a plasma caster, which is basically a space shotgun.
Ooh.
This weapon is high-impact plasma shells meant to be fired at short range with bursts, and it does 2d8 damage.
Ooh.
Sucks for accuracy. You're not going to be able to hit the broadside of a barn further than about 40 feet.
I mean,
For a shotgun, that's shockingly good range. So yeah, it's not bad.
30 feet.
Dude, I worked in Ancapistan. I'm a sweatshops. I've seen plenty of these in my time. These were the first guns I made when I was 2. But anyway,
Right. All right. So now you all head over to your space boat. Actually, why don't you name your vessel?
Oh no.
vessel number 2.
I was gonna say the Space Emu.
Space Emu.
Space Emu.
It has a bird name and a spacey adjective, just like all good spaceships.
Yeah, there's definitely not a spaceship out there called Enterprise or Voyager.
Yeah.
Well, they were named by different people. All right, I'm gonna go with Space Emu just because I like that.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, vessel number 2 would work well for you. You're gonna get into your space boat known as the Space Emu. Also, by the way, I did not mention this before, but all spaceships are actually called space boats because when humans were emigrating to space, their language was getting all mixed up with other alien languages, and so they translated it in the most basic way possible. And so ship was translated to boat just because they're both water vessels.
All right.
And so all spaceships are now known as space boats.
Sounds about right.
Right.
And rockets are known as fly thingies.
Yeah, okay. Rockets
Fair
are fly thingies. Flight things.
Flight things.
So,
Thing go up.
thing go up. So, you both enter the space boat, the Space Emu. It's a size of, I'm going to say the size of about 2 London buses. You know the size of London buses, right? Red
Vaguely.
ones that are like red and tall.
Yeah, the ones that look like trolleys.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I have a vague idea of how those are.
Right. Okay. So it's the size of about 4 of those in like a cube.
Okay.
It's spacious, but not enough for you to put on things like, I don't know, entertainment or beds. It's a travel boat.
Okay.
Okay.
Space delivery van.
Right. Lucius, you have the keys, which means that you are at the front.
Yes.
When you reach the driver's seat, as it was, you have various sticks and levers. The main steering mechanism appears to be a cross section, as it was, an
Okay.
X cross section attached to the hull. So you do it like that,
Okay.
and you understand the various buttons and levers. Most of them, at the very least, you know which one starts and which one goes and which one stops.
Okay.
Okay. And Dan, you just kind of sit there next to him and help.
You can wheel your chair a little further away there, Dan.
I must maintain maximum efficiency.
Boy, this is going to be a whole thing. Okay.
All right. So prepared for takeoff.
Yes. Do I need to do something for that, or
You have the keys.
okay? I'm going to turn the keys or do whatever you need to
You
do.
turn
with
the
space
keys in the air.
I don't know. Maybe you can inspect.
Sure, I'll. What do I do with the keys?
You find
Put them in the ignition.
Like, I figure that's what when I said start the thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So how do you start the space boat? Is what you're asking.
First,
me.
we gotta turn it on.
I'm
Oh,
going
yeah,
to do
you
it.
like
I'm going to normally start the space boat.
All right, fine. You normally start the space boat. I'm not gonna do like a thing
so
where
mundane.
where's the ignition? I'm not gonna be like
Mike, I know how to fly a space boat. Just let me fly a space boat.
I just imagine like you normally turn on the space boat. It was so mundane.
Would you like me to roll persuasion to hit on the space boat and turn it on?
wait, hit on the space boat?
like turn like oh yeah, you like that, don't
Like
you?
go to a speaker and whisper sweet nothings. You know, turn on the space boat.
Save that for later.
It's like Gunther has seen has seen too many things like that.
Actually, how's the radio looking? Is it still full of cheese, or is it okay
No,
now?
the radio has been replaced. It doesn't match the interior design of the rest of the space boat, but it serves its purpose.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I imagine that's because he had to replace it after the
it plays
cheese
and it
incident.
catches all the channels. For some reason, a majority of them are in Spanish.
Huh.
even though there are not that many Spanish speakers in the galaxy. So go figure.
Weird. Okay, so I guess we're gonna head towards. I think you called it the Pizza Planet.
Right. Well, you have two options.
Okay.
You can either A, go for the Pizza Planet, get the fresh ingredients that you're looking for first, or you can find some way of getting the ingredients consecrated.
We're gonna go get the ingredients first, and then we can take them to some kind of religious figure to have him bless them, or her, whatever.
Right, and then you'll need to prepare them.
Yes. Then we'll take them back to Gunther.
All right. Well, why save the steps? Anyway, all right. So you lock in the coordinates that Gunther gave you for Pizza Planet, which is a farming planet where they grow many crops and they sell them to various businesses around the world, around the known galaxy, including your Deep Dish 9 store.
So is there anything else in the space station, by the way, or is it just the store floating in space?
It's just the store floating in space. It's one lone pizzeria floating in space.
okay.
That's made it. You said it's the size of 4 city blocks, and it's just a store run by 4 dudes, 2 right now.
Presumably we live there.
Yeah, and also you live. Well, I mean, there's admittedly there's stuff on top of it, like there's a salon.
There's a barber shop. There's a general goods store. Everything goes back to the pizza place.
Yeah,
It's homey. It's very homey for me.
the pizza place is like the main draw.
Okay.
Okay.
It's because it's the only pizza place. I eradicate all the other pizza places.
Did
Anyway.
Anyway. All right. So you've activated the interstellar warp drive,
Okay.
and you're going through space at relatively high speeds, and nothing happens.
Space
Huzzah.
nothing. Huzzah!
It's a very quiet day out in space. And thankfully, with these interstellar engines installed that bend space and light around you, you can get to the planet in record times.
Yeah, I'm surprised nothing bad happened considering it's worse second Monday.
Well, on the one hand, you could say it's worse in the sense of everything should be worse. Or you can look at it in the sense of it's melancholic, as in even the bandits are like, I'm just not feeling it today.
That's fair.
You know what? I'm just going to chill. This is a me day.
I like to imagine it's more melancholic rather than like.
Yeah.
It's just like galactic depression day.
Yeah, just
Swallowing your
galactic-
self-hatred for the day.
Yeah, even the tentacle people need to just go and decompress every now and again.
That's fair.
Yeah, man.
You can only be gross and tentacly
Well, some
11
of them
days
are,
of the week, I guess.
some of them are gross and technically. Others are quite beautiful because it's space, and like 70% of the women are just really attractive.
Is that how that works?
I
We
mean,
go to
isn't that
space,
how it
women are
always works?
attractive. all right. We figured out how to make attractive women then. We go to space. And that's it.
Yeah,
Low key, why humanity actually went to space.
It's like, there's hot chicks out there, I know it.
yeah.
Space race for chicks.
The space race for chick.
Oh boy.
All right, we're going to the farming planet, you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been about, I'm gonna say 27 minutes.
Okay.
Nice.
And actually like 27 minutes since you're outside of like the time light space bending engine. The time doesn't affect you,
Okay.
so 27 minutes for you is what it felt like, but in reality it took like 5 seconds,
Okay, that's cool.
Nice.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. Quantum
Yeah.
mechanics and all that jazz.
Right. Besides, you have like an hour for the Vatican, an hour and a half to get this pizza there, but for you that could be like days. Time is messy.
Okay.
This is why space travel is very illogical.
Time is messy. Space travel is illogical. Anyways, the space emu gets within the orbit of this planet, and you can see from the atmosphere that it's decent. It's pretty green. You could see good tufts of clouds, meaning that there's moisture in the atmosphere. There's no like deadness or explosions or anything that you can see from the surface. So things are good.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, that sounds nice.
Time to prepare the landing gear.
I presumably know how to do that.
You do know how to do that. And It goes off without a hitch.
Excellent.
You land on the planet. There is a landing spot station about half a mile from where you need to go.
Okay.
All right. So the both of you land on this planet, and the first thing you're greeted with is bright blue skies. They need to recreate an atmosphere with water in it so they could properly grow the crops in a more authentic human style.
Okay.
Reminds me of Planet TM's registered and trademarked under corporation. Atmospheric devices. It generates atmosphere for you so that way the radiation clouds don't kill you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something it could possibly be.
Yes.
All right. So the two of you will begin walking to the nearby farms where a majority of the crops are planted, work is done, and there's probably someone there you can talk to who will give you some information about the plants and various resources that you need.
Okay.
All right. I'd like to try to talk to one of the people at the farmer markets or whatever.
All right. As you reach there, you find several people working in the field. Excuse me. One of which is a purplish-looking fellow with large ridges around the jawline, spiraling outward.
Okay.
He's wearing a nice hat. Right. He's wearing a nice hat, so you assume that he's either in charge or he has higher authority.
Yes. You must be the plantation owner around here. Are you the one? It's like, where can I go and access the freshest of ingredients? For an instance, I'm looking for mushrooms and also ranch dressing. I do not understand you. I apologize.
It would appear that this gentleman does not speak English.
Oh, big sad.
Yeah.
Does he understand Latin?
No.
Bummer.
Let's go find someone who understands him. I just like look at one of the other workers and like, do you understand him? Okay then.
Are there any like humans around?
Yeah, as you're questioning all of this, the first man you talk to points to himself and he's like, and he seems to point away towards a house.
Okay.
It's entirely possible that while he cannot speak the human language, he can understand it.
I see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He continues to make his choking noises while also bowing his head.
Okay,
All right.
let's go.
All right. You two walk up to the homestead. It's rustic, but also futuristic at the same time.
Rustic Futuroso.
Rustic Futuroso. It's made of metals that you can't quite identify, and it's clearly seen some wear and tear with rust spots, but its architecture tells you that the design was definitely not made on Earth.
So I'm just gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
I just imagine I'm just like standing like right behind him, like almost uncomfortably close.
Back up, just elbow you a little bit.
Ow, that hurt.
Okay. You wait for one moment, and then you open the door, and then a rather attractive-looking woman with light blue skin and green hair, but humanish features, smiles at you as you open the door. Well, isn't it nice to meet you two here? My name is Janine Krevlock. How can I help all of you today?
Hi. So we're looking for mushrooms and ranch dressing, and we were sent here to get it. Any chance you have some of those?
Well, we do grow those things here, but I can't just sell it to you as is. My husband is the one who owns this plantation, you see. You're going to have to speak to him.
Okay, sure.
He's upstairs in his study.
Would you mind bringing him down to talk?
Well, why don't you go up there? It's a very nice place to talk.
Because I don't like going into strangers' homes.
Janine considered this for a moment, and she is absolutely swayed by what you said, and she's like, okay, I'll do as you say.
Didn't even have to roll charisma for it.
Nope. She was just really, really convinced. Yeah. Your earthly hospitality really just got her.
Earthly hospitality by insisting I do not go into her home.
Yeah, got her right here in one of her 3 hearts.
Okay, sure, why not?
I do not understand that. She was offering us to inside her home. We could have went inside.
I'm not going to go into a random house in the space boonies.
All right.
Space boonies.
Yeah. Janine walks up the stairs, almost shouting, "Honey, you got guests. You got to entertain them. It's only polite."
Also, I'm expecting some kind of weird lizard man or some like crab monster.
That sounds strange. Much like the mutants on my planet.
Anyway.
Horrible radiation field world, unless of course you're living in underneath one of the registered planet TM's atmosphere generators.
Right. After Janine walks upstairs, she disappears for about a minute. And then, when she comes back down, she's got a man in tow. Her arm appears to be around a rather portly gentleman of, I'm going to say, old persuasion. He's definitely in his 70s or plus. His hair is gone, and he's wearing rather thick bifocals. Clearly, this is an aged man, but entirely human, as far as you can tell. Once he gets all the way down the stairs, he's like, wasn't expecting visitors around this time of the day. What can I do y'all for?
Hi, we're looking for mushrooms and ranch dressing, and I've been told by your wife that you grow those here.
Janine, you loose lips, you. He gives you a little look over, and he's like, "Oh, I recognize those outfits. Same as Gunther." He comes around this place, picks up orders and crops and all of that. You work for him?
Yep, he was the one who sent us. He's
Indeed.
minding the store.
Good man, Gunther. Well, I could tell you need fresh resources, but he just came in a few days ago. Is the pizza industry really booming that you boys need new stuff so soon?
Indeed, we have a rather high priority order.
Ooh, a high priority order. Now that's fancy. Tell me who.
The Space Pope.
The Space Pope. Charming fellow, that. Even though he says charming, you can tell that there's a little bit of derision in his voice.
He's a bit of like sarcastic. Oh, let me guess. This guy he's Baptist, not a Catholic.
He's not really.
Space Protestants.
He's Protestant. Space Protestants.
Yeah, he's space Protestant. He's like, look, I appreciate the good Lord as much as any earthling does, but when you try to set your religion up here in space and adopt it using all these new rules and new races, it just doesn't feel right, you know? It doesn't feel the same.
I guess.
There are a lot of other people who feel the same way, not the least of which are them space Jews. Nothing against the space Jews, of course.
That aside, any chance we could get some mushrooms and ranch dressing? If you have any spare plants of those?
Well, you see, dressing ain't a plant.
Yes, well, your wife said that you grow ranch dressing, so who am I to judge? I don't know how farms work.
Well, ranch dressing is pretty easy to mix up. I can get you a fresh bottle of that. Mushrooms, on the other hand, there's a bit of a problem with that one.
Of course there is. Yes.
Can I consult the ingredients list to make sure it's not just mushrooms? It's also like something else, maybe.
What do you mean?
I need to consult the ticket to be sure that it's because you said it's mushrooms, chicken bacon ranch, and mushrooms and sausage. Do we have the sausage as well?
Yeah, it would probably be best to get fresh ingredients, so you might need to ask for entirely fresh ingredients.
Yes, we require the ingredients. We require these ingredients. I slip him the ingredients list.
It's like, well, it's a small order. I can give you all of this stuff for a modest price, but you're going to have trouble getting them mushrooms.
There's always something.
Of course, that's how this system works. It requires us to do something.
What do you need from us other than money to buy something from you?
Well, do either of you know how farms work on planets like this?
No. I just asked you if you could grow ranch dressing. I think the answer's obvious.
Right.
I'm from a planet where there is no farms. There's just factories. Miles and miles of factories.
That sounds damn right inhospitable.
Of course, it totally isn't. Anyway, on to how do farms work exactly? I never knew.
Well, I mean, crops are similar, but we got different livestock here.
Please tell me we don't need to go hunt mushrooms for you.
Oh, well, depends on what you mean by hunting.
As in, trap them and kill them and drag their carcasses back here.
Oh, then exactly that.
Well, you don't have to hunt mushrooms per se. I do have some fungalids you're going to need to kill, though. With that exasperated sigh, you know this adventure just got a little bit bumpy in the road. And with that, it is 10:59, which means that we are going to wrap up right there for one quick minute.
All right.
Places any to leave it for the evening.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So this was fun
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah. So this is probably going to last one, maybe two more sessions, depending on how much creative energy I have into this. I'm sorry if
Okay.
it felt a little slow
Oh, no,
to
it's
you guys.
fine.
I'm going
it's
to
all
be
fine, yeah.
honest. Like, I thought I could get more writing done in a week. I could not. Plus, I was very sick from like Wednesday to Friday. So I had like a serious sinus infection.
Okay.
I went to the
dang.
doctor and everything. I was
Yeah.
like, ugh, it was awful. But I've got it all here right now, and I'm going to continue building on it. And then come next week, we're going to get the second chapter, Deep Dish 9, Wrath of the Fungalids.
Oh, boy.
So don't go anywhere, and I'll see you all next week. Good night, and remember, stay fantastic.